start singing. Everybody, rock your body. And then we go on. Well, I want to welcome everyone here to Power Hour today. I am Veronica Valentino here with my incredible co-host, Renee Rand. And we are so glad you're joining us. You know, we have this conversation is for women entering midlife, already navigating it, or anyone who wants compassionate, real insight into thriving and not just surviving during menopause and beyond. This is going to be real talk, real health, real empowerment. And before we begin, we're going to take a moment to like, share, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an empowering episode of Power Hour with us ladies. You know what? Turn on your notifications and share this with a friend. Our community is growing by leaps and bounds. And it's because of you, informed women. You know, you are powerful women, and this hour is all about PowHER. So now it is our absolute honor to, really introduce a colleague and a special guest of ours. You know, we work alongside with this gentleman, Mr. Robert Ferguson. You know, Robert is a clinical nutritionist. He's a researcher, a best-selling author, and an international speaker. And you know what? He currently serves on several national boards, including the Presidential Task Force on Obesity and Health. And he's also on the product advisory board for Zinzino. So over the next 30 minutes, because I know we always dive deeper into this, Robert will take us deep into the science behind today's powerful topic, gut health. And it's going to help us. He's going to help us understand how supporting the gut can transform energy, our hormones, inflammation, and the overall wellness during midlife and beyond. So we want to, Robert, we want to welcome you to our Power Hour, and Renee and I are truly honored to have you with us. So
Absolutely.
Let me bring on Robert. And you want to add anything in there, Renee?
Well, you know, I love Robert. He always gives such great information, and he's been my light bulb moment a few times this past year. So I'm just excited anytime he can join us and share all the great information he has.
Awesome. So without further ado, Mr. Robert Ferguson.
What's up, everybody?
How you doing?
Oh, you know what I am doing? It's been quite the day, let me tell you. But and it's getting better. So I'm very thankful, very appreciative for all that we will experience, and I'm looking forward to sharing some good information with the people who are catching us live and the replay.
Awesome.
I always watch you when you come in and you're singing, and I'm like, he's saying, welcome, welcome, hello, everybody. And I'm trying to think what song goes with everybody. And all I could think of was the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys, come on. We've all heard it.
Boys are back. So, without further ado, Robert, talk to us about gut health and the 5, must-do tips that you should be doing with your gut.
Well, you know, the gut, I would say that everyone who watches us have this conversation, who's over the age of 30, would all agree that gut health is very important.
Uh-huh.
They don't have to be a guru, a master, be able to like break it down the way we're going to talk about it.
Right.
But I would be willing to say that most people know that having a healthy gut is important, right? So I think we all agree with that.
Right.
Okay. Hippocrates, who's the founder, like the Hippocratic oath that doctors take when they become an official physician, the oath that they take is based on this guy named Hippocrates.
Right.
And Hippocrates lived to almost 100 years old when the average person was living somewhere between like life expectancy was like between 30 and 40. I mean, if you were 40, you were considered a senior. So this guy, I believe he lived, was either 93 or 97 years old based on documentation. And he once said that all disease begins in the gut.
Right.
And that was over 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
And today, gastroenterologists, most physicians are in agreement that he was right.
Yeah.
And maybe not all, right? Because you could get skin cancer. That didn't begin in the gut. But I agree with them. And we know that about 70% of our immune cells, our immunity, is in our gut. So if a person ever mentions, I have a strong immune system, or I want to improve my immune system, they're saying I want to improve my gut health.
Yeah.
Now, I can be a little controversial today if you guys don't mind.
No, bring it on.
We love it.
Bring
Yep.
it on.
Because oftentimes what people don't realize in the world that we live in today, I would say most of the things that we do to ourselves is what's creating what they call dysbiosis. That's when the gut is out of balance. So I believe that we are the ones doing harm to ourselves, and most of us are doing it thinking we're making ourselves healthier. Okay. So number one, are you ready?
Yep. We're ready.
Number one is there's a lot of data that suggests that taking a probiotic, over-the-counter probiotic, is creating disruption in your gut. So people take a probiotic thinking they're helping their gut, but what's really happening is that they're harming their gut.
Boy, and that's right on, Robert. I hear that all the time from people, spending a lot of their energy on picking out a probiotic.
Yes.
My daughter-in-law talks about, having bloating and everything. And she says, well, she believes in a probiotic. I'm like, no. Because I always remember you talking about probiotics versus the prebiotic. And I said, maybe, is that because the probiotic is causing the bloating?
Well, let's look at all right, so let's have some fun with this, okay? You guys ready?
Okay. Yep.
All right, so, and take a wild guess at this. What does the word probiotic mean?
That's a great question.
Right, so if we was that your cousin or your daughter, your niece?
My daughter-in-law.
Okay, so if we called your daughter-in-law right now, and this is not picking on her, this is everybody. And we said, hey, how you doing? They go, I'm doing good. And then we go, well, are you still taking that probiotic? Oh, absolutely. I never miss a day. Okay, well, quick question. Yeah, what's the question? What is a probiotic? So we have people that are taking things and they don't even know what it is that they're taking. So probiotic literally means like for life. Live bacteria. So probiotic is in you, Renee, and me right now. In our gut microbiome, in our large intestine, we have what they call microbiota. We have all these organisms that are just there. Fungi, bacteria, bifidobacteria, a whole bunch of different stuff. Even C. diff. It's all in there at this moment. And that's live bacteria. So when you buy a product called a probiotic, what they're saying is that they have live bacteria inside of that capsule. Okay. Well, let's go science 101. If live bacteria is ever exposed to oxygen, it's dead.
Right.
Dead.
Yeah.
So you got to ask yourself this question. How did they get live bacteria in that capsule without it ever being exposed to oxygen?
Yeah, I remember that story you said. And right now, you talked about that study they did and that probiotics wipe your gut out. I mean, it just like blew my mind. I never took a probiotic.
It's crazy. So taking a probiotic to mix with your live bacteria doesn't even make sense. Once you know what you're doing. So then you ask the question, okay, well, how do we get to this place where the supplement industry is making billions of dollars selling probiotics, and even doctors, when you go in and they put you on antibiotics, the first thing that the nurse will tell you is, hey, go buy yourself some probiotics since you've been on antibiotics. You guys ever heard that before?
I have.
Okay. Or they'll say eat live cultures like Greek yogurt, get some yogurt, because you want to replenish the bacteria that you lost when you took the antibiotics. Right? So we take antibiotics. Almost everybody knows that antibiotics wipe out the gut. It kills your good and your bad bacteria. And then you want to like replenish the good stuff that you lost. So they say go take some probiotics. And you go buy probiotics and you don't replenish what you lost. And so years of taking antibiotics puts a lot of people in a really negative place. And one of the things that happens is your gut gets out of balance. You start to have anxiety. You have depression. You have suicidal thoughts. I mean, your gut is like the foundation to mental and physical health. So a probiotic is the last thing you want. If you're going to buy a supplement, you want to buy a prebiotic.
Gotcha.
And then for the people who go, well, what about a prebiotic with probiotic? I said, come here, let me scrub your head. You don't want to take a probiotic. Okay. I mean, sometimes I want to just scrub somebody's head and just like, Lord, help me, Lord. And I welcome people to push back on it too, right? So you don't got to take my word for it. But when it comes to gut health, where you're going to get the best benefit. If you didn't want to learn and you didn't want to understand anything, all you got to do is eat some dietary fiber that you can get from fruits and vegetables. Eat a variety. And if you can, squeeze in some fermented foods. It could be anything from kimchi, which I like, sauerkraut, but make sure you get live bacteria in the sauerkraut. Because I've had clients go, oh, Robert, you're going to be so proud of me. I go, all right, what did you do? What? They go, I bought sauerkraut, so I get my fermented food. And I go, all right. I said, where did you buy it? They go, at the store. I said, but we're in the store, in the aisle, dummy. And I go, don't call me dummy.
While you're talking about fermented foods, we did have a question come in about.
And by the way, where I was going with that, you're not going to get fermented sauerkraut in the aisle.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's going to be refrigerated.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's going to say live cultures on it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So Joe is asking, what is the difference between prebiotics and fermented foods?
Prebiotics and fermented foods?
Yes.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Well, sometimes they're one and the same.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right? So like prebiotics comes from fiber, but not all fiber is a prebiotic.
Yeah.
But fermented foods come with the whole process that makes it fermented is that you'll get live cultures, right? Which is great. And it's they're prebiotics, meaning they fuel your live bacteria that you have in your gut at this very moment.
Okay.
So basically your live bacteria wants food, and food is prebiotics. And fermented food brings even more phytochemicals to it. And whenever they've done studies like at Stanford, Yale, these gastroenterologists, even one that I know really well, anytime people eat fermented food, the gut always gets better.
Awesome.
Always.
That's great.
So
what about pickles?
Some of the pickles are fermented and some of them aren't.
Okay.
Right? Because pickle doesn't mean fermented. Right? So you have to look at it, and the ones that are fermented, they'll highlight that. And you'll know. But to go into the store and just buy regular pickles, they're probably not fermented.
Usually, all your with the
Right.
live bacteria and the fermented and whatnot, they're usually all cold, correct?
Yeah, it'll be clear on there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And like if you want to have fun with it, one of my clients, he discovered Amazon, and then he went on, and it took him a while, but he typed in fermented pickles. Because when he first went to get pickles, he thought they were fermented, and then he learned that not all pickles are fermented. And then when he typed in fermented pickles, all the brands that have fermented pickles, those are the ones that popped up.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out.
Awesome.
Yeah. And you can order them. Come
Do they
right
have
to the house.
Do they have fermented sweet pickles?
I don't know.
I was gonna add like the gherkins. I like the sweet ones.
Well, you know what? But next time when we do a live together, I'm gonna order me some pickles today.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, because I like pickles.
Yeah. I like
And I'm gonna order me some fermented pickles, and I'll share the brand.
Awesome. Awesome. That'd be great.
You know what I mean? Like if you're wanting a quick little snack,
Right.
and you haven't had any fermented food for today, man, just go right in there, get your fork, reach in there with your hands, get your pickle, and life is good.
Right. Sounds perfect.
Okay, so with the gut, let me stress, because I have 2 of these gut health tests.
awesome.
I had 4, and I was trying to like give somebody a special discount, and I did.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants one of these gut health tests, email me.
Yep.
All right.
And I'll put your email in there.
And first come, first serve.
Awesome.
So why? And of course they can go to you guys and get the gut health test. But let's talk about the tests.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give you guys a short, and then I'm going to go with your questions. So this test that you could do in the privacy of your home, you prick your finger, the same as the balance test, and then in 10 to 20 business days, you get your results. Your results are going to tell you some really cool things, and 3 specifically, because once you have these 3 things that I'll share with you guys right now, if you get those in order, that will be a strong signal that your gut is in balance. Okay. So number 1, should I pause there? Any questions on that part? Because people go, wait a minute, prick your finger. Should I mention the difference between this test, which is a whole dry blood spot test, where you prick your finger and it tells us a lot about what's going on in the gut? Because most people are used to getting a stool test.
Right.
Where they have to send in some fecal matter and then they get a report back. Do we need to go over that at all?
I think we're good.
All right. So, all right. Well, if anybody has questions,
I don't want to really talk about the fecal matter. I want to talk about the dry blood spot.
Well, I think the last time we were talking, I made a comment. I said, when you get a stool test, it tells you what type of bacteria is showing up in the trash, which is your poop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so they associate that with what's going on inside of your gut.
Yeah.
Whereas if you came to my house, if you remember, and you wanted to know a good amount about me, and you went and looked in my garbage, you'll get an idea. You'll say, all right, oh, he buys punch. He likes punch. Oh, these are the kind of eggs. So you get an idea, but you don't know what's going on inside of my house.
Right.
So that's why I'm not the biggest fan of a stool test, unless you're wanting to rule out something like C. diff. What I like about this test is that what's going on inside of the gut sends signals and shows up in your blood. So number 1, tryptophan is an amino acid that you can get from food that you eat. So you eat food like turkey, eggs, chicken, And in that, you're going to get some tryptophan.
Right.
And tryptophan is a very important amino acid that when you don't get enough of it, then many things can be hindered. Your sleep can be hindered because tryptophan eventually plays a huge role in serotonin.
Mm-hmm.
Your gut could be inflamed and you're battling with your immune system because you're not getting enough tryptophan. Depression increases when you're not getting enough tryptophan because serotonin is for the mood, right? The drugs are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor.
Yep.
If you're not getting enough tryptophan, you don't produce the most potent and helpful antioxidant in your gut. You can't produce it.
Mm-hmm.
So the test will tell you if you're getting enough tryptophan.
Great.
Number one, right there.
So with the test, Robert, is that I took my first gut health test in November, and we gone over my results, and I was low. How long do you wait in between the first test and the second test?
Now you were low on tryptophan.
I was. I know there was. I'm not sure. I don't have my results in front of me, but I can pull them up.
Yeah, pull them up.
All right, let's see.
Pull them up. And did I send you an email that summarized your test results?
No, we did ours. We did mine live.
Okay, so if you want, and I'm going to make this available to all our team.
That'd be great.
Email me anyone's gut test results, and then I'm going to email you back what it's telling me.
Okay.
That's great. That's awesome.
So if, for instance, you guys, you're low on tryptophan, which the only people that I'm seeing that's low, like consistently low, are people who don't eat 3 meals a day.
Okay.
If you're eating once, maybe twice, you're probably going to be low on tryptophan.
Mm-hmm.
So not 100%, but probably. Yeah.
Okay. Do you suggest waiting that 4 months as well? I mean,
90. I would say 90 days is a good number.
Okay.
But if they're on balance, well, why? If you can wait another month, especially if you're doing the test at the same time, I would just do them at the same time.
Gotcha.
Because you can literally improve your gut health in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. Like depending on how you eat today, that plays a huge role in what your gut health looks like tomorrow.
Right.
All right. So everybody get it. So we got tryptophan. Any questions on any of that? And everything that we're talking about also speaks to perimenopause and postmenopausal symptoms.
So our listeners this is something that's right on for our listeners that are going through menopause or starting or about to, and it's another thing that we go back to. Nutrition is medicine, and we have to get it right so that we can have a nice, healthy, long life.
We do have a question in here from Claire. What is the difference between general fiber and prebiotic fiber?
Well, okay. So you have your two basic fibers is soluble and insoluble. You have a fiber that dissolves in water in your body, and you have another fiber that doesn't dissolve, and it works almost like a broom. It helps to get things moving and helps with regularity.
Gotcha.
And then you have other fibers that you'll hear people mention, like resistant starch, which is not a fiber, but it acts like fiber. And it also works like a prebiotic. Prebiotic comes with more chemicals that support and feed the bacteria that you have in the body. And a prebiotic can make it all the way from your mouth to your colon. It's got to go through a lot of heat. It's got to go through gastric acids in your gut. It's got to go on that long tube of the small intestine, and it's got to make it from all of that and then get to the colon. So not everything can do that, but prebiotics can.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
All right. So So we ready to go from tryptophan to the next one?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So tryptophan, let me see here. I was looking for something that I could. So I got my fiber. We talked about fiber, eating prebiotics. Let me see here. Fermented foods are going to play a big, and you know what? When it comes to fermented food, you don't need much.
Right.
Like if you had 2
Just a little
bites
bit.
of sauerkraut, that's enough.
Uh-huh.
2
Oh,
bites
that's
of
so
kimchi.
glad to hear.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
so good to hear.
Yeah, you don't need much.
Okay. I
And
might
you know
be
what's
able to
so-
stomach 2 bites. That might
So-
work for me.
miso soup. I mean, I buy
Okay.
miso soup all the time. Like, you guys know what miso soup is?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love it.
I mean, that's fermented.
Yeah, really. Okay. I never knew that. I loved it.
Yeah.
Never knew that. But
Yeah,
but
apple. I mean, of course, apple cider vinegar is fermented.
I read your article about the gut health, and I wanted to know, why is it that you recommend adding fermented foods gradually, because the gut can't handle that all at one time?
Well, I would say not just fermented foods, but dietary fiber.
Okay.
Okay.
Always go gradually, because like the average person, well, I think it's like 90% of the adult population, I think 93%,
Mm-hmm.
do not get 15 grams of fiber a day.
Mm.
That means they're low on fiber. That's crazy.
So what if, okay, we have the xenobiotic. I know we take
Yeah.
that. What if you're having an issue and you don't go to the bathroom with that after 5 days?
Well, that means your body's adjusting,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
right? Like I've worked with people over the years, they'll say, I can't eat beans. I'm telling you, I can't eat beans. I go, you can eat beans. They go, no, I get bloated, blah, 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 blah. And when you look at their history, you realize that they have abstained from beans
Okay.
because they think beans don't work for them. So you bring in like a tablespoon of beans in the salad.
Mm-hmm.
Then after about 3 weeks or so, you take it up to about a half a cup. Those people don't have a problem. Their gut starts to adjust. The microbes start to adjust, and everything starts working. And eventually, they're up to doing a whole bowl of beans. But to go from less than 14 grams of fiber to waking up and saying, all right, it's Monday, I'm going for it. And the government's recommending somewhere between 25 and 35. And only 7% of the population is getting that.
Right.
We're not eating enough fiber. I mean, go back to biblical days. The average person was consuming 100 to 150 grams of fiber.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you go to, we talk about the Hadza, right? One of the most thriving hunter-gatherers today over in Tanzania.
Mm-hmm.
They're right now eating 100, 150 grams of fiber every day. And guess what they're known for? They're known
Living
for
long.
healthy. Well, they're known for having a healthy microbiome.
Yes.
They are known for having the healthiest gut of people alive on the planet.
Wow.
I mean, and if you go to Okinawa and places where people live long, even the blue zones, they're all eating an adequate amount of dietary fiber.
So I don't want to butcher this word, and you had this in your article. Why is this important for gut health? The bifidobacterium?
Yes, bifidobacteria.
Oh, I said it right.
Yeah, good job.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little bit on that for me?
So the bacteria, there's a whole bunch of names.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these names are part of families of bacteria.
Okay.
And bifidobacteria is a strand that's strongly connected to immune system.
Okay.
Right? Strongly. And we know this because they've tested it with different people. Like when you're a young kid, your immune system is robust.
Mm.
So let's say that it goes from 0 is like no bifidobacteria, and let's say 20 is like top. Kids running around, they're at a 20. Babies come out, they're just full of bifidobacteria. As you mature in time, it starts to go down.
Right.
When they measured people who are in nursing homes or someone who went through chemo, they're around like a 2.
Oh, wow.
When someone is dead, they're at a 0.
You think?
When people were getting COVID, they were measuring like under 2. And if you were under 2 and got COVID, you didn't survive.
Yeah.
Okay. So now knowing that, you want to feed that.
Right.
Right. And all the things that we're talking about feeds it, because the average person is not getting that tested. Now, going back to the study that Dr. Sabine did that I've shared with you guys.
Right.
He took 3 groups of people, all healthy people, men and women. No one was overweight. Everybody had a healthy diet. Everybody worked out. Everybody was happy.
Right.
And they put them and they did a randomized placebo-controlled trial. So they had a group that took a placebo, like a water pill. They had a group that took a pharmaceutical grade probiotic, which you can't even get.
Right.
And then they had people take over the counter, which was like 27 different over the counter probiotics. And they measured their bifidobacteria. So the bifida was like around 15 to 18. At the end of 12 weeks, Renee, the placebo group, they still had the same strong bifida.
Okay.
The pharmaceutical grade, they still had the same bifida. Every person in the study that took a probiotic over the counter, every one of them wiped out their bifida.
Wow.
They were down to 0.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
0.
About that. Yeah, that's
so
horrible.
If you know that, how could you in your right mind recommend someone buy a probiotic?
Probiotic, yeah.
Like if your daughter-in-law knew that and read the study, it would make you go, huh?
Where can I find
All you gotta
that
do is
study?
read.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, totally. Because I'm trying to get, she's taking probiotics, and I kept it. No, don't take that.
Yeah, mine is too. My daughter is too. So yeah, I'd like that too.
So remember, go back to what I said. We live in a world where people take things and they don't even know why they're taking it.
Yep.
Right.
They think they know. Because if they really knew what probiotic was, with any critical thinking, which I think everybody has, they would go, huh, how did they get it into the capsule? And I know what the pharmaceutical or the nutraceutical companies will tell you, but it's all a lie.
Yeah.
And because it's not regulated by the FDA, they can lie. I mean, it doesn't have to be what they say it is.
Yeah.
It's not regulated by the FDA.
So what other factors matter more than simply adding any probiotic bacteria?
Like what are the key factors?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give you a couple of inside scoops.
Okay, we like inside
scoops. So when they were doing this test, Dr. Sabine, and she's had moments where she says, Robert, you can't just be giving away the information. It's going to mess up everything. But I'm going to share it with this group.
Okay.
Because it's not, if it was hundreds of thousands, I wouldn't, just because if there's a product you can get in the store and through the testing that they did, we know it increases the bifida, then that could mess it up for a whole bunch of people.
Right.
And the companies are like, well, we're not really in the business. Like, I think it can ruin some things.
Yeah. Okay.
But Activia, which is a brand of yogurt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want you to hear me on this.
Okay.
When they did the test of yogurt, same as over-the-counter probiotics, all of this stuff, They also, with the yogurts, they tested flavors. Right? You got strawberry, you got blueberry, you got plain, you got vanilla, right? You got peach.
Peach.
Only the vanilla flavor increased the bifida.
Really?
Wow.
I'm telling you what I know.
Oh, we believe it. We believe it.
So in the tests where they measured it, it was clear. Only vanilla. And you get the little packets, they're 90 calories.
Yeah.
Right.
I had one client I shared this with. She went and said, "Oh yeah, I got the Activia." And for some reason, I was talking to her, I was coaching her on a Zoom. I said, "Can I see your Activia?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Go grab it out of the refrigerator. I just want to see it."
Yeah.
Something told me to ask. She comes back and she got the low calorie Activia. So the one that's proven to work was 90 calories.
Right.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
that's why, man, I'm like, we got to get the world back to being able to follow instructions.
That would help. Yes.
So that's not going to mess up my 8-week challenge because I like PowHER plain Greek yogurt.
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
not hurting anything. I was just sharing that this is one of the products that was tested and they saw that it helped bump up. Now, other things it helps: vitamin C, vitamin D,
Right.
zinc.
Okay.
And guess what? Where do you get a lot of zinc at? If you're eating colorful vegetables.
Right.
Okay. Sweet potatoes, yams. These are things that were bumping up the bifida.
Gotcha. Not like bumping your bifida.
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta make that into a song. Bump your bifida, bump, 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 bump in the bifida.
And that's why, like, the other thing, when I look at stuff like, when I look at like these tests, right? I go, why not establish a baseline so you know where you are,
Right.
and then commit to 90 days of improving your lifestyle, your nutrition, and test again.
How does one?
It makes sense.
How does? So Julie's asking, how does one? Here, I'll put it up on the screen. How does one rebuild the bifida if a person has killed it with a probiotic? So yeah, your yogurt.
Well, remember, in 24 hours,
it changes.
You're like on your way.
Yeah.
So I would just, so a probiotic is not the same as antibiotics. They're just not, they're not contributing. And antibiotics completely washes everything out. Antibiotics is like just wiping the gut clean.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I believe there are many people who struggle with their weight loss is because of their gut microbiome. And they've proven that. They've proven that with study after study after study, in mice as well as in humans. Case in point, they'll take germ-free mice. That means they've never been exposed to anything, so they don't have a gut microbiome. And they'll feed them the same amount of food every day. They limit their movement. Everything's the same. And then they'll take the gut microbiome from an overweight human, put it in the mouse. Then they'll get an underweight human, put that microbiome in the mouse. Then they'll take an average weight human, put that gut microbiome in the mouse. So they do it's like a seed. They plant it. Over time, guess what happens? Remember, they're on what they call like the calories, the macros, everything's the same. The mouse, and remember, they all were the same weight. Everything's the same. The mouse that got the overweight guy's microbiome becomes overweight.
Mm.
The mouse that got the underweight microbiome from the human is underweight mouse. And the same thing happens with the normal weight mouse. And they do this all over the world, multiple times. So we know the gut microbiome plays a huge role in dictating many things. They've done this with twins, they've done this with triplets. So I'm telling you, your gut microbiome is set up to make us successful easier, but there's things that we can do. And if you ever are having a challenge with your weight, blame your mom, because everyone gets their microbiome from their mother.
Interesting.
Darn it, Mom.
Now, and this goes back to the importance of having a vaginal birth also. Right?
Okay.
Because if you take away the vaginal birth, a lot of kids came out with like no microbiome.
Oh, wow.
Like, and
really?
Oh yeah. And today what they do, a lot of doctors, not every facility, but they literally will take and wipe some of the vagina on the baby when it comes out. Like they'll
really.
Oh yeah. That connection is real, man. That connection is real.
Well, my mother had 11 babies, so I think we got it all. But see now, okay. So you're saying if say a child was born C-section, they had none?
Well, it's not that they don't have a microbiome; they have microbes, but nowhere near what takes place when a kid when it's a vaginal birth. Like no comparison.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Wow. Geez, why as women we didn't know that? Oh boy. Interesting, very interesting.
Really is.
Yeah, the gut is fascinating, and I keep learning. Like I want to do a live. I want to write an article. I've been staring at it for a couple years on when people feel puffy, when people feel bloated, when people are constipated, and the variations of constipation, and to kind of give people a guideline on what to do to reduce the puffiness, reduce the bloating, etc., from the inside out. Yeah, so I think you guys have inspired me to get that done.
All right, love it.
Wow. That makes us feel
Amen.
good.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
And another thing I would say with the gut is like polyphenols.
Yes.
Are very supportive of good bacteria.
Okay. And how do they support it?
Well, number one, they help lower inflammation.
Right.
They protect the gut lining. And of course, they work well with omega-3s. All of that is helping with what they call the microbiome balance. And polyphenols, again, is one of the signs you're getting polyphenols is seeing color in the fruits and vegetables that you're eating.
So we have a question about your from Valerie. How does inflammation affect the gut lining? How do omega-3 fats support gut health?
Man. Inside of your intestinal tract, you have walls. There's various layers that's taking place. And in these walls and these layers, those cells can be inflamed. And a lot of that comes back to when you have a pro-inflammatory environment, someone who eats a lot of seed oils, someone who deals with and faced with a lot of stress, people who eat a lot of foods that causes oxidation in the body. So now you have these free radicals that's floating everywhere, creating disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And polyphenols and omega-3s promote anti-inflammatory environments, right? Calming the inflammation. And so that alone improves everything and sets the person up for everyone to benefit. So if you look at, and I had a talk with someone today about this, I said, you must understand, because this person quit taking their balanced oil. Right? So they weren't getting their polyphenols, they're not getting the omega-3s. I said, this is what I want you to understand. There is a gap, a nutritional gap that's real, meaning the human body supposed to have a balance between omega-6 and omega-3s.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not getting enough omega-3s, you don't have that balance.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't have that balance and you're not getting enough omega-3s, that means the omega-3s are being crowded out of the cell membrane. And that dictates the environment, whether it's going to be pro-inflammatory, which is what we don't want, or it's going to be anti-inflammatory.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that 99% of the population is not getting enough. And when you look at all the countries where people live the longest, have less inflammation, all of those companies, like what is the likelihood of this? All of those countries don't have an insufficiency of omega-3. They're getting plenty of omega-3. Like the people walking around in Okinawa that are living to be 100 with energy, they're not having a hard time getting omega-3.
Right.
Go to Greece, even inland, when they don't have access to a lot of fish, they're getting a lot of omega-3s. And guess what else they're eating a lot of? Polyphenols.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, you've heard me talk about purslane, right?
Purslane.
Are you guys familiar? Are you familiar with purslane?
No, I'm not.
Hey, is my camera, is it working?
No,
Nope.
you're blurry now. You just turned blurry.
Okay.
Well,
We should let you know that.
We
Yeah.
can see an outline.
I mean, what is going on?
I don't know. What the heck?
I mean, let me change it so I can fix that. Did it change?
No.
Nope.
You want me to put you in the green room and bring you back?
Yeah, let's try that. Sorry.
All right. We'll be right back. Okay.
Technology. It's so grand.
Yeah, it's still.
He's still blurry.
What the heck?
Actually, it froze. But let me see if I can fix it.
Oh boy.
I may have to.
Well, we can see you moving around the camera.
Yeah, your desk is nice and clear.
Yeah.
All right. Now, there you are. I can see your microphone. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, man, what happened?
I don't know, but you're back.
All right. So let me explain this to you guys. All right. Do you guys know what purslane is?
No, I don't.
Okay. Purslane is a weed in the United States of America.
Okay.
A weed.
So you know when you walk down the street and you see like those little green, they look like weeds, like they're in the cracks of the sidewalks.
Concrete. Yeah.
Yeah, the concrete.
Yeah.
That's purslane.
Okay. Should we eat?
Okay. Now, if you go to Mexico, they eat it a lot.
Really?
You go to Greece, they eat it a lot. You go to India, they eat it a lot. You go to Israel, they eat it a lot.
Really?
In America, it's a weed. And as a plant, it is extremely rich in alpha-linolenic acid, which is omega-3.
Yeah.
Wow.
They put it in their salads.
Really?
right? So if you go to Greece and you go inland, where they don't, it's hours to get access to fish.
Right.
So, man, why is it that they don't have a problem with their omega-3 levels? They're good. Well, they use olive oil in almost everything. So they're getting the polyphenols. And they put purslane in almost everything. And they use it in stir fries. They use it in, it's everywhere. So my point being, we are designed naturally to have access to good levels of omega-3. So now you bring in the Industrial Revolution, and what happens? We don't have to go hunt for food anymore. A person is looked at as a weed based on Monsanto.
Okay.
So Monsanto, which is now owned by Bayer, classified purslane as a weed.
Right.
And they use glyphosate to kill it.
Oh boy.
And guess what glyphosate is also categorized as?
Roundup.
An antibiotic.
Antibiotic. Yeah.
Wow.
So if someone just came and just heard 60 seconds of what I just said, it can change everything that they think about health and life and what we're up against in this country.
Wow.
Glyphosate is an antibiotic. What do antibiotics do? They ruin the gut. Oh, interesting. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in the body. You know what? Let's take that plant purslane and let's make that a weed. We don't want everybody having access to a whole bunch of omega-3s. And people aren't eating fish the way they used to.
Right.
Everything I'm telling you, man, where we're headed, if people don't get informed,
it's not good.
Yep.
So what are the 5 high polyphenol foods that were listed in your article? Can you tell us about those?
Foods that are rich in polyphenols?
Yeah. 5 high polyphenol foods listed in the article. Can you name them?
You put me on the spot.
All right, hold on.
Okay. Because I'm like, I don't want to mention a food that's not in there.
That's not in there.
But you're talking about the ones that I mentioned in the 5 gut health.
I was looking at your article. Yeah, I have your article. I printed out the article. I was reading that over. So okay.
Okay, so I have it in front of me.
Yeah, right here.
So your prebiotic rich foods, I have that from onions to garlic, asparagus, leeks, oats, beans. Fermented foods, I got sauerkraut, kimchi, plain yogurt, fermented pickles if you can find them, miso, tempeh. And you know what? A lot of people don't eat. I buy tempeh.
What is it?
Yeah, it's tofu, but it's like nutty.
Okay.
It goes really good in the salad, but more people, I think, if they tried it, they would like it.
Okay. I'm excited about trying it.
And then I have, here we go. So polyphenols, extra virgin olive oil, of course, berries, specifically blueberries.
Love berries.
Green tea, cinnamon, oregano, rosemary, turmeric, cocoa. There you go.
So in your green tea, on the challenge, the green tea, can you use? I mean, I know you mentioned honey in there, but I mean, we can still have green tea and honey. You all right?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So the question is, can a
green
person have
and honey?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of, I think I mentioned to you, or maybe you saw me talk about it, but I was sharing this with Sharon earlier today, and I said, Sharon, I said, I met Bernardo, who lived to be 114. I was friends with him from 111 to 114. About a month or two before he turned 115, he closed his eyes sitting in his house and he died. Peace, went out smooth. And he was amazing. Cooked for himself every day, all 3 meals. Worked out every morning. And I went and videotaped. I spent a whole day with him from breakfast, waking up to at the end of the day. And then it was great. So I knew him for a good solid, 111, 112, 113, 114.
Wow.
That's 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I spent a lot of time with the great Jack LaLanne, whose wife is still alive. Jack died at 96. I met him at 88 and spent a lot of time with him from 88 to 95.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Elaine is still running around. I think she's a little over 100 now.
Wow.
So, of course, I got to spend time with her. And where I'm going with this is that people that I have personally spent time with who they walked it out.
Mm.
Bernardo wasn't taking no probiotic.
Mm-mm.
All these, he wasn't doing no red light therapy. You see what I mean? Like these people, like when I was talking to Sharon, she's like, yeah, I'm popping these amino acid tablets. I'm like, what? I go, okay, why not look at people who have done it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this guy was born in 1901.
Mm. Wow.
I mean, he spent time and told me about a whole day he spent with Carver Washington.
Oh,
Wow.
He was in his 60s
wow.
when he watched Dr. King speak in New York.
Mm. That is so awesome.
Oh, I mean, he was older than Jack LaLanne, and he lived longer than Jack. So everything that he did in his nutrition habits, and I'll summarize it like this, unless there's any questions. This is what he told me. This is what I witnessed, and he was very, very convicted to his nutrition. His dad was an herbalist, born in the 1800s.
Wow.
So he grew up as a daddy's boy, and he was primarily a vegetarian. Okay, primarily, meaning he ate fish.
Mm-hmm.
But he ate everything. So this is what I mean. If he went to your house and you made steak, he would eat what you give him. Like the old school.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Now, that wasn't what he did in the privacy of his home. He had what he ate.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned a lot from that. I found that to be really intriguing. So then, of course, I said, all right, so what are the things that you have really done your whole life? And this is what he said. And I saw it too. He ate blueberries every day.
Wow.
He ate blueberries like people buy candy or buy skins. What's those things like pig skins you can buy, or crackers, or how people buy stuff like that.
Pork rinds, yeah.
Yeah, pork rinds. He bought blueberries.
Yeah.
Every day. And I would hear stories from some of the people because he worked it was like an assisted living, but they have their own apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so if he didn't have blueberries, that was not good. So he ate blueberries every day.
Wow.
Okay, polyphenols. Here we go back to everything gut healthy. Okay, that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he not only did he eat and cook with extra virgin olive oil, he literally rubbed it on his skin.
Mm.
So he used it like lotion.
Right, skincare.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Do that. Yeah, Italians do that.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, that was his thing. He drank a lot of water, and he drank tea. He liked tea, polyphenols.
Yep.
He ate oatmeal. He really liked oatmeal.
Love oatmeal.
Now, when he made oatmeal, because I was going, okay, how do you cook his? So he would use water. If you use water and you make oatmeal, that means you distill the water, right? Because you boil it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was like, okay, I'm getting it. I mean, so he's basically eating pretty clean.
Yeah.
He loves salmon. I think that was his favorite fish. Again, omega-3s. I mean, you can't make this stuff up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and he wasn't taking all this stuff. He did have this superfood powder. He said he started taking in the either the 60s or 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at it, and I don't think I got a picture of it. But I believe it was a Bragg's product.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to look that up. I just never took the time to look at it, but but yeah, that was his lifestyle. Rich in omega-3s and polyphenols.
Right on. I have one question. Tell me, because I've been trying to get this question answered. What is the difference between regular tap water and distilled water? And how is that more beneficial to our bodies?
Well, I wouldn't say that distilled water is beneficial.
Okay.
I would say that it has nothing in it.
Okay.
It's like you're stripping it of all its
Minerals.
Minerals and electrolytes, right?
Mhm.
So you're not getting sodium, you're not getting chloride, you're not getting anything. You're not getting fluoride. And the reason why I like to do that with the detox drop,
Right,
is that you're getting plenty of electrolytes from the foods that you're eating.
Okay.
So there's something about, like, I really believe that people are getting too many electrolytes sometimes.
Okay.
And that can cause people to retain water.
Okay. Good
So
to
taking
know.
them, going with like distilled water sometimes, I believe has way more benefits
Okay.
than negatives. And doing it for 6 days, I wouldn't make it a daily habit,
Right.
because that could create some cramping and stuff like that later.
Okay.
But yeah. And outside of that, like tap water, do you guys drink your tap water?
No way.
I
Not a
have a
chance.
filter on my water dispenser, so I have filtered water direct from my fridge.
Now, when I was a kid, we drank tap water.
So did I. Drank from the hose.
Okay, so what happened?
I still, believe it or not, I still drink tap water. I'm not big on bottled water because I'm thinking, you know what, we got the filter in the refrigerator and the water dispenser. I might as well just drink it from there. But I do. I mean, I'll pick up my hose and I'll still drink it from the hose. I mean, it hasn't done anything to me all these years later.
It smells funny to me, tap water, so I don't drink it.
So it's more about the smell.
Do you drink it?
Smell bothers me.
Do you drink tap water, Robert?
No.
Okay.
Oh, so on my post, I got Linda. I think when I was talking about porcelain, she says it's all over her yard.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy salad. Go gather, Linda. Go gather.
Oh yeah, and my email is in this post, Linda. So it's robert@dietfreelife.com. If somebody has more questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Yes.
And if somebody wants to get a deal, I got this.
Julie texted me, what's Robert's email? Because she wanted to test.
Yeah, I put it in the chat here. So yeah, well, I mean, if there was one key lesson that you want us to take away from this awesome, powerful topic this evening, what would that be, Robert?
Man,
I know you got a million running.
Well, you know what? I hope people like blueberries.
My God, my granddaughter loves them, and I only came to like blueberries within the last 10 years.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I don't like. All right, so here's maybe you guys have some tips like this. Like my kid, we love blueberries, but they got to be right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oftentimes you go to the store and they're just mushy. It's like, oh God.
I know.
It's like I know these things look better when I was at the store. By the time I get home, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But then every once in a while they'll have those jumbo ones that come out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those things are solid. You buy them, there's a snap to them, and those are great. So
Well, I actually have 4 blueberry bushes in my yard, and we get an
nice.
abundance of blueberries. We have to get to them before the birds do, but we have great blueberries there. But I find that when I find some that they look great in the grocery store, when I get them home, what I'll do is I don't know if it's a good thing to do, but I'll put them in a pan, I'll warm them up and let them pop, which will build the syrup for me, and I add that to my overnight oats that I'm obsessed with.
Now,
Obsessed.
how do you heat them up?
Just in a pan. I just put them in a pan till they just start to burst, and then I'll put them in a mason jar. Let them cool down, and then I just add them to my oatmeal or my yogurt. I'll tell you what, it's just because I can't get past the mushiness. I'm like,
Now, are you doing that with fresh berries or frozen berries?
Fresh.
Okay. So here's 2 techniques to make sure you can eat berries year round.
Okay.
All right. So one, if I get them fresh, that's a no-brainer. Right?
Yeah.
We all get that. So the other thing is I make smoothies. So I buy frozen blueberries.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't go wrong with frozen. And what I've learned is that when they flash freeze those berries when they pick them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're frozen,
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes those will have better nutrient value than the fresh ones at the store.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not as old as the ones at the store.
Right.
Yeah.
So they literally, when they flash freeze them, they lock in those nutrients.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So a lot of times people go, no, I eat fresh. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah, I use frozen too.
Yeah.
And you know what
sometimes-
else? You know what else? If you have Lidls out there, I know they're all over Europe. LIDL. No, I mean I don't get anything for promoting them, but they sell organic flash frozen blueberries, and I buy them all the time when I'm when I get them. But I use my frozen blueberries for my smoothies. I had a PB&J smoothie yesterday.
Nice. And I like the pan. I like that idea. So thank you for sharing that. I've done that when we would make pancakes for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
But what I usually do is I take a regular bowl.
Yeah.
And I'll put my frozen blueberries in it. And then I'll throw it in the microwave.
Okay.
Once I pull it out the microwave, the blueberries, I'll stir it. Sometimes I'll go 30 seconds, stir it, another 30 seconds, right? About a minute. Sometimes a little bit more than that. And then I add my Greek yogurt.
Okay, yeah.
And then blend it really good. And every once in a while, I'll do a little drizzle like that of honey.
Mm-hmm.
And boom. Happy
yeah,
camp.
and when you put them in the pan, I don't put anything in them. I don't add water, sugar, honey, nothing.
No.
I just let them burst on their own, and you get a really amazing syrup out of it.
Oh, that's really awesome.
It's very delish. All right. Well,
Robert, you're so awesome. We appreciate you so much. And thank you for doing such a great job for us today. And for everybody listening to the replay, make sure you check out Robert's site at dietfreelife.com. He has a wealth of information that you can look up on his site as well.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm going to end our stream, but hang around.
Okay.
I hope everybody has a great evening. Thank you for joining Power Hour. See you next Monday on Power Hour. Bye, everyone.